It is a beautiful early evening and we are out finishing up some prospecting, doing some sampling, some last minute work, and we're gonna remove a whole bunch of this rock and see if we can get a good sample. You can see here you have a 30 centimeter wide sulfide vein, and then you have disseminated sulfides throughout the rest of the outcrop. Basically want to get a 10 kilogram sample, if not more. We're gonna send this in for analysis, so you'll have the assay results at the end of the video. You got the hammer? Something a bit bigger, I think. Too small. That should work. So basically our vein starts from here and ends over here. So the widest part is 40 centimeters here, steps down 30 right here. Vein is very, very brittle, as with most solid sulfide veins. So basically we're just going to hammer, chisel chunks out, add them to our sample bags. As with any sample, when you take it, you want to go from side to side, get an indicative of what you would get for grade if you were to take out this entire thing. You can see sulfides, get it out of the way, move it all down here. Here's a nice little chunk there. So our initial assay of this was something like 120, 130 grams per ton silver with a bit of gold, tiny bit of copper, and some zinc. We'll see what the sample of the entire vein says. So this vein is hosted in a chloritic schist. You can see chloritic schists right there. Throughout your zone of schists, you have disseminated pyrite and chalcopyrite. And you have stringer veins, which are similar to this, but usually a lot smaller. And along strike, this is exposed in several different areas. One of them, which was mined out a couple of years ago. A lot of material here to scrape up. So what we want to do with this test is we want to get a sample of the entire vein like we're doing right now. Anything we hammer off that's loose, but we also want to get a concentrated sample to compare the two. So we're going to take one of these bags down to a creek, we're going to pan it out and just leave the sulfides in. We'll send that one in as well as the non-concentrated sample. So here's a few of the samples that remained intact. So pretty well just solid sulfides. Primary sulfide here is definitely iron pyrite. Minor amounts of chalcopyrite, very minor amounts. We are at a very close by creek. Thought we'd pan this out here. First sample, we'll get it down to the cons. We got some sulfide samples in here. We might keep a few of those. So the sample we're sending in, we only need 250 grams of this. which I think we'll definitely have. There we go. That is probably good enough. Perfect. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll post the assay result for this sample, as well as our second non-concentrated sample.